The Eye in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, where this afternoon the Gladiators will try to invade and steal a win on the road. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody, and welcome Simulation fans coming into Twitch. I'm Jeff Melanishin, and joining me as always is Charles Dougherty. Charles, let's get the fans what they want, your wish list.
It's great being with you today, Jeff. This is going to be a wild and wet one today. Both teams are deep in the playoff hunt. St. Louis is coming in, but they're 3-0 on the road, while Florida is 4-0 at home. Some of my wishes for today. Last week, Christian Brown threw the ball 63 times. I'm hoping his pitch count gets down to at least 40 or less. And I'm hoping that the halfback Cairo Martinez gets at least 20 or more carries. On the defensive side for St. Louis, the key to victory is making Ron Cochran get rid of the ball quickly. They've got, in St. Louis, they've got a very talented secondary and linebackers. Let's hope one of them at least gets a sack today between the linebackers and the safeties. On the Florida side, it's we need one for two players. On the offense, fullback Doyle, he averages about 6 touchdowns a season. So far, he hasn't scored one in season 16. He's due one today. On the defense, safety Andrew Francis averages 2 interceptions this season. So far, he hasn't had one in season 16. He's due one for today. Let's get this thing going.
Last week, the Florida Storm, they fell to the Sioux Falls Sparrows 24-16. And also St. Louis, they fell to London 31-23, as that was their first loss of the season. But for Florida, it was their first loss since all the way back in week 1. And we are here in week 7. Ball's on the tee. And Agrippa has got this game underway from the Eye. And it's going to be fielded 2 yards deep in the end zone, as the Gladiators will get the ball first, and they'll bring it out to the 19-yard line. And that is where we will see Christian Brown. Like Charles alluded, he was 37 of 63 last week, 323 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's a lot of passes, Jeff. And one thing you don't want to do against this Florida defense is be predictable. So let's see if they show some balance here tonight.
Rookie will start under center for this one. Got Bill Cherry and Cairo Martinez in the backfield. Short drop. We'll fire it to Cherry out of the backfield. He'll pick up 3 yards. And then he's going to be stopped on the play right then and there. And we'll get the rest of the starters quickly for the Gladiators. Halfback Cairo Martinez, fullback Bill Cherry, the receiving core of Eagle Mandavi and Paul Dilivo, tight end Phil Koss and Guy Clausen. Here on 2nd and 7 from their own 22. Brown under center. He's got bunch set to the bottom of the formation. 5-step drop, throwing it deep downfield, batted up in the air, and that one's going to be incomplete as the free safety Ryan Tobin got over there to knock that one away.
Yeah, quarterback Christian Brown had to get rid of that ball quickly. The defensive line of Florida Storm got through quickly and didn't allow Christian Brown to go through his progressions. He had to dump it off, throw it deep, but unfortunately he didn't get it intercepted.
That was Andrew Francis, the strong safety back there, to knock that one away. My apologies. And 3rd and 7, looking across the middle. Brown connects, and that's going to be enough for a first down as Eric Hammer in on the tackle.
It shows you what Christian Brown can do when he has enough time and he's got a good set of routes to work for. He just stood back there patiently and got the completion off, didn't have any pressure at all.
No, that one fell incomplete, Charles.
So. Wow, I thought he caught it. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it's the rain.
I did as
well.
well.
Blame it on the rain.
We'll blame it on the rain all day, every day. As not the start that St. Louis might have expected to have in this one, but again, the defense for the Florida Storm coming up big and getting the early stop, and will hand the ball to their offense. It's going to be fair caught at the 43-yard line, and we will see Ron Cochran, who coming in from last week, he was 26 of 36, 383 passing yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions.
Yeah, Ron Cochran is a surgeon on offense. Again, you can't let him give him time to settle down in that pocket. He's got a career 73% completion rate, which is unbelievable.
1st and 10. Trips to the top of the formation. We'll fire it to Belitsky coming out of the backfield, but that's going to be stopped for no gain on the play. And that's going to be Nicholas Warner in on the tackle. We'll get the starters for the Florida Storm on offense. Ron Cochran, the quarterback, Charlie Belitsky, the running back, the fullback, J.W. Doyle, receiving core, Stephen Bush, Jeff Como, E.J. Minson, tight end Verdin Zarkov, the center, Joseph Wade, and the tackle, Greg McDonaldson. And here it's going to be 2nd and 10 from their own 43. Handoff to Belitsky, gets a nice block, and that's going to be a nice gain on the play. He gets set up a 3rd and 4.
Yeah, one thing I've seen with Charlie Belitsky this season is he can catch the ball out of the backfield. He's a threat receiving. He's also a very good route runner, very patient, and that's you don't really see that very often in a rookie player.
3rd and 4. Can they be the first team to convert a 3rd down? It's their first drive of the game. Cochran, the lefty, going to throw it underneath, and that's not going to be enough for the 1st down. And that's going to be out to Charlie Belitsky, but the defense for the Gladiators swarming to the ball. And here early with the rain coming down in Florida, it has been a defensive defensive battle.
Well, if it's anything like it up in the booth, it's hard to see. I imagine it's hard for the quarterbacks to see their wide receivers when they go deep. We might be seeing a lot of short passes tonight, my friend.
So both teams each with a possession and each ending with a 3 and out, as Agrippa will punt this one away. And it's going to hit and bounce. And what a punt that was. It's going to be out at the St. Louis 4-yard line.
And that's one of the benefits of having a contract punter on your roster. I mean, he's deadly. Every time he punts it, he seems to get it within 5 yards or closer to the goal line.
So we'll have to see which team on offense can start to make some plays with the rain coming down. As for the 2nd drive, it's going to be inside the 20 yet again, starting-wise, but this time it's going to be at the 4, as the rookie Christian Brown will hand it off to Cairo Martinez, who's going to be hit at the line and brought down. And that is just nowhere to go. And that's a great stop from the defense as Monet with the tackle.
St. Louis is going to have to get a couple yards on this play to get them out away from that goal line, because that Florida defensive line is dangerous with Alex Dominguez, Stoneville, and Tomello.
2nd and 10 from his own end zone. We'll fire this one out to the left side. And that's not going to go pretty much anywhere, as that one on the play is going to be Eagle Mandavi with the grab. It's going to be a 3rd and 6 upcoming from their own 8.
It gave him just a little bit of breathing room to avoid the possible safety, but let's see what they can do here on 3rd and 6.
Driving back is Christian Brown. Pocket collapsing, and that's going to be close. They're going to say he's down at the 1.
See, just those couple yards is going to save you. I mean, they really needed it. That front line, you saw you saw a breakdown right at the snap. Around the tackles must have missed their assignment, because it looked like they were back there in a millisecond.
Deontay Stoneville and Alessandro Tomaello, they're on the tackle or on the sack, as Jeff Como going to go back to receive this punt, and this could be great starting field position for the Florida Storm.
Yeah, it should be, and they're not. They don't have a lot of room to work with in that end zone.
They decided to not go for the block on that one, as they're going to be set up at the St. Louis 38-yard line. So for the first time, we get a team starting on opposing team's territory, but it happens to be off of a punt and a great defensive stand for the Florida Storm.
Yeah, Jeff, they're just a handful of yards from getting in Ethan Snead field goal range, so they're set up perfectly to get the first points on the board.
This is how Florida has definitely beaten some teams here since they got Marcus Agrippa, is they could just punt it away, and then you're down inside the 10, and all of a sudden they get the ball back in good field position, as Cochran throwing it out wide, but it's going to be deflected and almost intercepted. Looking for Jeff Como out wide.
Look, if he could have put a little angle on that or loft on that ball, I think he could have got it to the wide receiver. I think if he had a second chance, he probably wouldn't have put so much zip into it.
Get the starters on defense for the Gladiators. The defensive line is Todd Dubstat, Tom Tanner, and Igor Barbatov. Linebackers Rodney Panani, Mark Ronick, and Tony Roberto. Secondary Freeman Peltier, Drew Reilly, Zach Holdorf, Geralt Winkler, Colin Douglas, and Nicholas Warner. Ron Cochran dropping back. He's got to fire this one underneath, and that one is going to be completed to Verdin Zarkov, the tight end, and he will pick up 5 on the play.
Cochran had plenty of time in that pocket. It was covered down deep, but he had the check off down in the middle and was able to get a couple yards gain there.
So now 3rd and 5. Still looking for a team to convert a third down. Empty set, but Cochran's going to be under center. Dropping back. Pump fakes, but the pressure and down he goes. And that's a big stop for the St. Louis Gladiators. Trying to get the number on that truck. That's number 94. Tom Tanner coming in and getting a sack.
Yeah, it looks like, Tom Tanner was able to get through the line there. Looks like that's his 4th sack of the season. Great sack in the perfect time when you needed it.
The number 9 pick overall from Birmingham, making a big defensive stop here and going to set up Ethan Sneed for a long field goal. Snap is down. Kick is on the way. It has to go through the rain as well, and It is good from 53 yards out.
That's a tough kick to make in the rain. I mean, you've got your holder has to have perfect control of the ball. I mean, that's slippery coming off from the center there, and the special teams of Florida just executed that perfectly.
So good kick from Ethan Sneed, and they get on the board first 3-0, as he was 3 of 3 last week with a long of 38. But here he outdoes what he did last week, and he gets that one for 53. And right now, Florida, you got to really like what you're seeing. Defense coming up big, and they got the couple stops that they needed, and a good punt from Marcus Agrippa. And before you know it, it's 3-0 early.
Yeah, they're going to have to get a sustained drive here, Jeff. A 3-and-out is going to could prove to be disastrous because they'll get it in good position again and won't have to go very far until they're in scoring position.
First down and 10 from their own 21, so the best starting field position they've had on their 3rd drive here. As St. Louis in their own end with Christian Brown under center and Cairo Martinez in the backfield. Short drop, having to move around in the pocket, delivers a nice strike. Pass is caught, breaking out of a tackle, and brought down by Ryan Tobin, and that's Eagle Mondavi for a nice grab.
Great route run by Eagle. Also got to give credit to that offensive line for giving the rookie Christian Brown enough time for him to go through his progressions and get that nice pass off to Eagle Mondavi.
Now the starters on defense for the Florida Storm, the defensive line, Deontay Stoneville, Alessandro Tomaello, and Alex Dominguez. The linebackers, Eric Hammer and Maverick Hughes. And then the secondary, Ryan Davidson, Evan Carroll, and Adam Jones are the corners. Free safety, Ryan Tobin, and strong safety, Andrew Francis. First down and 10 from their own 34. Sidearm flick of the wrist out to Cairo Martinez, and he's going to pick up 3 yards on the play.
Looks like Florida's showing they're on the defense. They're lining up tight on the line, and let's see if St. Louis challenges them deep, maybe on a play action or a fade route.
So 2nd and 7 for Christian Brown. Bunch set to the bottom of the formation. 7-step drop, going to fling it out wide. Pass is going to be caught out there, and that's going to be Eagle Mondavi yet again for another grab, as he's been the lone target for Christian Brown, and it's going to be 3rd and 3 with Jones in on the tackle.
Yeah, Eagle Mondavi's a good target there for the quarterback. He runs a great route, and rarely does he drop the ball.
And that's something you got to like if you have a rookie quarterback, as St. Louis has this season. Bunch set to the bottom of the formation yet again for Christian Brown. Short drop, looking that way, and the slant route works to perfection. And that's going to be Paul Dilivo with his first grab, and it's going to be enough to move the chains.
It just shows you how smart Christian Brown is. He knows where his safety route in there, that short route run by Paul Dilivo on the slant, had the patience to look for that and just dump it off instead of trying to test it deep.
So at midfield, Brown will hand it off to Cherry, and he's got a good gain of 6 on the play as he was brought down by Hammer.
Yeah, this is what they need, Jeff. It looks like they've got a good sustained drive going.
2nd and 4 upcoming. Yeah, one of the better drives that we've seen from any team thus far. Even though Florida does have a 3-0 lead, they went backwards on their drive that they had good starting field position from. Still resulted in a field goal by Ethan Sneed if you're just tuning in. So at the Florida 44, we'll flick it out to Cairo Martinez, but he's going to be hit and dropped for a loss on the play by Maverick Hughes.
And Maverick Hughes was waiting for that. He looks like he was all over that before the snap. He knew where the ball was going and didn't give anything for the receiver.
So 3-0, the score early with 3:02 left to go in a very fast-moving first quarter. The rain falling here in Florida. As Christian Brown looking across the middle, batted up in the air by Maverick Hughes, and it could have been intercepted by Evan Carroll, but it falls incomplete.
Adam Jones had outstanding coverage on that route. The ball was intended for his receiver, but there was no way the receiver was going to catch it. He was all over him.
Yeah, blanket coverage. You see Hughes coming. He's going to come underneath, bat that one away, but you had Jones right behind him. And a good 1-2 combination there for the defense for the Florida Storm. And they get the third down stop, and it's going to be 4th and 5.
Yeah, they need to have a really good punt here. They got to pin Florida deep.
If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at www.simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy as the nice punt there, back-to-back, and at the Florida goal line.
Ask for a better punt. Wow.
Turning into Colin Douglas and Rick Northrup and Colin Northrup there with every time they were saying a read, it seemed like something good was happening, and it seems to just carry over into this one as Charlie Belitsky with a pickup of 2, so getting a little bit of breathing room, but only up to the 3.
Yeah, not much. They need a little bit more, Jeff. I mean, this play is important because if St. Louis pins their ears back and goes after the quarterback, it could be dangerous for Florida.
2:20 left to go in the first quarter. Handoff to Belitsky up the middle. A big gain on the small gain on the play. Got to be 3rd and 4. So pick up a 4 on the play. So now up to the 6, and just like that, I mean, a little bit of room, but it looks like the running game just hasn't really been there for the Storm so far.
I don't think they've really gone to the running game very often.
Trips to the bottom of the formation, run receiver to the top for Ron Cochran. Play action, he's in his own end zone, and he has to turn back the other way to deliver a missile, and it's going to be caught out wide on the left side, and that's going to be a first down. It's Stephen Bush with the reception, his first grab of the afternoon, and it gets him up to the 14.
Yeah, we see the KG veteran there doing the play action just enough to freeze the defender to get some space so he could throw it to Stephen Bush.
Stephen Bush, a nice receiver for the Florida Storm. So first down and 10 from their own 14. Bunch formation to the top for Ron Cochran, who's got Belitsky in the backfield. 5-step look, going to fire it back to his right. Pass is going to be caught out wide by Zarkov, and he's going to pick up enough for the first down, and just like that, they're up to their own 25.
Yeah, you can't say enough about Ron Cochran. It's almost like he's got a sixth sense. He knows which receiver is going to be open at the snap.
Definitely one of the better quarterbacks in the league. He's got 3,068 passing completions. He's got 4,187 attempts, 3rd and 4th combined. So, his arm's probably feeling it after a couple seasons here. But it's going to be 2nd and 10 as that one falls incomplete.
Yeah, that play right there is a perfect example of what St. Louis needs to do. They got some pressure. The pocket broke down. They were in there quickly on defense. And Cochran was forced to make a quick decision, and he threw it away.
They do have a good defensive line with Todd Dubstat, Tom Tanner, and Igor Bobrikov. So the defense for St. Louis, it pretty much starts with the line, and then everything from there is just icing. So 2nd and 10 for Ron Cochran, who's going to drop back quickly, throw it underneath to Zarkov. That one's going to be caught, but only for a gain of 1.
A good coverage downfield forced the drop-off pass there. So now the pressure's on Florida. It's a long 3rd and 9 there, and it looks like St. Louis on the defensive side starting to settle in.
One of 3 on 3rd down thus far in the first quarter for the Florida Storm. Trips to the top of the formation for Ron Cochran. Takes the shotgun snap. Looking deep across the middle. He fires it and connects. What a missile that was from Ron Cochran, and that's going to be enough for a first down as Jose Galello with the reception.
Yeah, I think Galliano got that pass just in a nick of time. Again, can't say enough about Cochran. The pocket was breaking down. He stood there, strong, didn't have to run around, just stood there and rifled the ball downfield.
Excuse me, Jose Galliano with the reception there. So Florida Storm bringing out everybody on offense. And here it's going to be fired out wide. Pass is going to be caught by Zarkov on the sidelines.
Yep, the surgeon, Cochran, is just going to pick you apart. If you can't get pressure on him, it's going to be a very long day.
So 3-0, Florida on top, and it's going to be just inches short of the first down marker. Hand off to Belitsky up the middle, and he's got the first down carry, and that's going to get inside the 40 of the Gladiators.
I didn't see who made that tackle, but that was a key tackle, because if he wasn't able to bring him down, Belitsky had a long area of real estate. He could have gone pretty deep.
From a rainy the eye in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, it is all Florida Storm 3-0 early. They have the ball. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this. You're watching the SFL on twitch.tv. First and 10. I'm Jeff Melanishin. Joining me in the broadcast booth is Charles Doherty. Doing stats for us is Tom Rahman and Rochelle Colston. And a handoff, and that's not going to go anywhere. They're going to hurry it up. Loss of 1 on the play as Belitsky was hit and dropped for a loss. 2nd and 11 for Ron Cochran. Looking across the middle, he connects. That's going to be 3rd and 1 as on the reception. That's going to be caught by number 87, Mark Myers, the tight end. Cochran here on 3rd and 1, throwing it underneath.
Wow.
Behind the line of scrimmage, and Belitsky cannot do anything with it, and he's hit and dropped for a loss on the play. And just like that, 4th and 2 is Tony Roberto with his second tackle.
That shows you how fast the St. Louis defense is. I mean, I thought he was going to get the first down on that one, but they shut it down quick.
4th and 2 from the St. Louis 31. It's going to be just taking it down and maybe trying to get St. Louis to jump off sides. 5 seconds on the play clock. 3, 2. They will call a timeout. So, not going for it. But Charles, did you think that maybe they should have went for it on 4th and 2?
No, I think they just basically wasted a timeout.
9:53 left to go, and just opening up the second quarter. And take a look. Max Paul hearing it from Ron Cochran about what he was seeing. But we will see Ethan Sneed out to attempt his second field goal of the game.
And this is going to be this is not an easy field goal with these weather conditions.
So a 13-play drive so far, as this is in terms of total plays, this is the longest of the game so far. So very defensive minded to open this one up. Sneed snaps out, kick is on the way. It is through the uprights from 48 and good. And so it's been all Ethan Sneed, as it's now 6-0 Storm on top of the Gladiators.
Yeah, so far Ethan Sneed's the player of the game. He's got 6 points on the board, and he's outscoring everyone.
And so I know it's hard to believe, Charles, but this is only the second meeting between these two. And the original meeting for these were a couple seasons ago. And, man, it feels like they should play a lot more than they do. But to be only the second meeting, and Florida won the first one.
I don't think it was even close, Jeff. It was a pretty big victory for, I think it was Alaska at the time, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was Alaska at that juncture before they moved to Florida, which I don't blame them, wanting to get out of that cold and come down to the Sunshine State. And now St. Louis with a chance to see what they can do on offense. They've been held in check by the Florida Storm defense, and they will start at their own 21 with Christian Brown under center. So far in the afternoon, he's got 34 yards passing and 7 of 10. And he's going to be 8 of 11 as he converts out to the left side to Eagle Mondavi.
That's a good play on first down. I mean, it's only a couple yards, but it's enough to give the quarterback a lot of opportunities, a lot of different things he can do from a play standpoint.
Take a look at Eagle Mondavi, one of the good receivers that St. Louis has found in the draft. And That's the thing for everybody on this offense outside of Christian Brown is they've had a couple seasons to work together, and that's going to be a nice run by Bill Cherry up the middle to the 32 and a first down.
Yeah, second nice run by Cherry. Love it that they're getting the fullback involved, and I think that Florida didn't expect that when they were scouting St. Louis.
First and 10. St. Louis has a lot of different weapons that they could beat you with. I know Phil Koss was a player of the game a couple games ago, as Cairo Martinez up the middle, shaking out of one, and then Maverick Hughes having to come in and get the stop, but not before they get up to their own 44, and a first down for Cairo Martinez.
Yeah, that was an impressive run. Blocking up front, there was a little breakdown. He had some penetration right at the snap, but he was able to power through that and get an impressive gain.
So first and 10 from their own 44. Christian Brown under center. You got Cairo Martinez offset in the backfield. Got to be a handoff to Martinez going up the middle, and he's going to take a pop at the end of that run. Only a gain of 2 before Ryan Tobin coming in to lay him out.
I love it how St. Louis is mixing up the plays and getting everyone involved from the fullback to the halfback. I think they need to do that to get ahead in this game.
Second and 8. Handoff to Bill Cherry. So the run game coming in big as Ryan Tobin cleans out Bill Cherry this time, taking out a little bit of aggression on both the ball carriers for the Gladiators, but it's going to be a 3rd and 3.
Yeah, Bill Cherry's a big boy, 5'11", 215, and he'll bounce back up and do it again.
That's what you like to see from the fullback. I know you really have just a personal love connection with these fullbacks here, Charles. So you gotta love it when they actually get carries as well.
I definitely do.
And off to Cairo Martinez as he breaks out of Eric Hammer, but then is going to be cleaned out on the play. But Tomaello in there on the stop, and it's gonna be 4th and 3.
Yeah, Tomello was ready for that at the snap as well. But overall, that defensive line for Florida had great penetration on that play. Ooh!
The punt is going to be blocked. Wow, what a play that was. And coming in clean and getting a block. And that's going to be very interesting. And wow, that's the first time I've seen that happen. And good starting field position for the Florida Storm.
Yeah, yet again, Kevin Mack was able to get the recovery on that. But now St. Louis is a little bit up against the wall here. They need to stop the drive of Florida.
1st and 10 from the St. Louis 47. Cochran under center. Belitsky in the backfield, and he's going to get the ball, but he is going to be hit and drop for a loss of 2 on the play.
Yeah, that's how you answer it with a big old tackle in the backfield like that. I mean, excuse me, I didn't get the number of what truck hit that running back, but it was a great
Tony
tackle.
Roberto. Coming up big yet again. That's his 3rd tackle. 2nd and 12 now. Cochran, the gunslinging lefty, he's going to be sacked on the play.
Well, the St. Louis defense answered the call so far in these first couple plays in this drive. They're not letting Florida do anything.
Igor Barbatov getting in there for the sack and setting the Storm back. They are now 4 yards behind the original line of scrimmage. Going to be 3rd and 14, 2 of 5 on 3rd down. This will be the 6th attempt, throwing it deep, got a receiver. It is caught, first down inside the 29.
Yeah, speaking as a defensive coach, that really hurts. You do your first couple plays on the series, great. You get them for losses, but then you give Cochran a little bit of time, and he's going to burn you.
E.J. Minson going at the veteran Freeman Peltier as he's allowed to get through the veteran corner and come up with the grab, but Peltier with the tackle, but it's going to be not before it's a first down. So 3 of 6 on 3rd downs for the Florida Storm, as it's going to be on first down a throw out wide to Belitsky, and that's going to be gain of 3.
Yeah, let's see if St. Louis can get another couple series of getting some penetrations in the backfield and disrupting the offense of Florida. Now's the time if they're gonna open that can.
2nd and 7 from the St. Louis 26. Just a couple inches away from the SFL red zone. 2 run receiver to the bottom, 1-2 to the top for Ron Cochran, but going to throw it out to Belitsky from the backfield. He's going to try a spin move, but going to be tackled on the play as Mark Ronick in on the stop, and it's going to be 3rd and 3.
Yeah. St. Louis has shown a lot of 3-down linemen when they go into nickel coverage, and it looks like they're going to need to send a linebacker in when they do that, because 3-down linemen, they're not getting the penetration they need to pressure Cochran.
Already converted 1 3rd down, and that was 3rd and 14. A little bit closer, throwing it out. Pass is caught, and the receiver did have to make an adjustment to the ball. That's Charlie Belitsky on the reception. Enough to move the chains and gets a couple of extra yards. A little bit of a run after the catch there to the 15.
So far, Florida, after getting a little stumble at the start of the possession, looks like they're starting to fire on all cylinders, and that does not bode well for St. Louis.
St. Louis got 3 down defensive linemen here on 1st and 10 with the ball at their own, with the ball at the St. Louis 15. Handoff. That's gonna be Belitsky with the run there, and that's gonna be for only a gain of 2, and they're gonna hurry it up as Doyle and Belitsky are in the backfield. Cochran will look to the left. Pass is caught and trying to stay on his feet. It's E.J. Minson, and that gets it down to the 9. As Minson getting back to the line of scrimmage here. Ron Cochran will hand it off to Belitsky. Got a hole. Spin move. Breaking out of a tackle. He's going to be down at the 1.
Yeah, this is some smart play calling here going to the hurry up because they've got St. Louis on their heels.
From inside the 1-yard line. 1st and goal. Cochran taking his sweet time. Play action. He falls to the ground, and he's going to be sacked.
Oh, wow. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. He may trip. He slid on the grass because of this wet downpour, but or he stepped on the foot of one of his players. I don't know what caused him to hit the deck like that. And
that's going to be Freeman Peltier with a sack, and he will get credited with it as the turf monster gets Ron Cochran. He's not in the stat column, but Freeman Peltier will happily take that sack away from the turf monster. But it's going to be 6-0. As Cochran, play action. He stays on his feet this time, delivers it, but it's going to be intercepted.
Wow. Oh, my gosh. That is what they needed. Gerald Winkler was reading that from the snap. Last week he had 2 interceptions and add 1 to this game, and he just saved his team and put some momentum back on their shoulders.
Wow, what a read by Gerald Winkler to undercut that route by E.J. Minson, who was the intended target. As you take a look at Minson on the sidelines, dejected after that one. And 2 back-to-back big plays by Florida and St. Louis, whoever you want to take a look at. But Eric Hammer there on the stop with a loss of 1 as Kyron Martinez.
That was kind of a casual toss he did to Martinez there. That was dangerous. The linebacker was honed in on that and could have been an interception in 6.
6-0. Again, Florida still on top of St. Louis. 2nd and 11 from their own 6-yard line. Brown under center, bunched to the top of the formation. Gonna take a shot deep downfield. Wow. He connects. What a throw from the rookie as he connects deep downfield to Phil Koss, the tight end, and he knows exactly what to do with it as he gets it to the 42.
I think this is the first time they went to Koss today, and that was a big-time play. Nice route run by Koss, plenty of time in the pocket, and that rookie standing back there like a veteran, slinging it down the field in this horrible weather.
Ryan Davidson gets beat deep by Phil Koss. And now they're at their own 42. A lot of breathing room now for Christian Brown. He's got Martinez in the backfield. He's going to play action, though. Pressure coming, throws as he's hit. And it's going to be out of bounds as he was just throwing that one probably to save his life.
Yeah, it looks like he was trying to throw that out of bounds. I mean, that was smart because a millisecond later he would have been in the turf with the ball.
2nd and 10. So finally the offense for St. Louis coming to life a little bit. Trying to get to midfield. Trying to get into inside Florida territory. 2nd and 10, though, for Christian Brown, who's under center. Martinez is in the backfield. Mondavi and Dillavau are the receivers. Going to be a handoff up the middle, but that's not going to go anywhere, as that's going to be on the stop. A nice play there by trying to get the name, number 51 for the Florida Storm, and that's going to be the inside linebacker, Jimmy Mengiver. Just like that, Charles, we've hit the 2-minute warning here from the eye, as the Florida Storm on top 6-0. We'll be back with the final 2 minutes of the first half. After this, you're watching the SFL on twitch.tv. Final 2 minutes of the first half. Play action yet again for Brown. He's going to fire it out to the right side. Pass is going to be caught by Mondavi, and that's going to be close to the first down marker, but just 1 yard short.
In this case, Jeff, I'd go for it. I mean, they gotta go into the locker room with some momentum.
Yeah, you can't give it back to Florida. Florida's had the probably the time of possession lead here early for them, but it looks like St. Louis will take this one and punt this one away with 1:56 left to go, because Mondavi was able to get out of bounds, stops the clock, and so a free time out there for the Florida Storm and some time to work with. Punt is away. Going to be fielded, but he's going to be dropped right where he catches it, and so Florida, with their worst starting field position of the afternoon, they're at their own 16.
Jeff, my teeth hurt up here watching that hit.
Well, it's a good thing you're up here, Charles, and not down there.
Oh, yeah. I would have been in the ambulance a long time ago.
Yeah, same here. So at their own 16, excuse me, not their, this is their second worst starting field position. I remember they had the ball inside their own 5. Throwing it out, tipped, almost intercepted. J.W. Doyle going across the middle was probably the intended target, but it's going to be knocked away by Rodney Panani.
Yeah, Panani had that, and that would have put them right in field goal position.
I'm looking for Doug Day to start showing up in chat. He might not, because there's probably no opportunity for a shovel pass. But you know, he's your guy, so I always got to watch out for. I always got to watch out for him, so I can let you know that he's in chat. As that one's gonna be thrown out. Pass is caught by Belitsky. They've been going to him heavily coming out of the backfield. We haven't really seen a lot of J.W. Doyle. It's going to be 3rd and 6 for Cochran. Pump fakes, throwing it deep, but it's going to be intercepted. As that one, it looked like he didn't really know where he was throwing it to. He pump faked, but the receiver not coming out of his break. And before you know it, Drew Reilly with the interception.
Yep, 6th interception for Drew Reilly. That was a great job on his part, but started off up front. You got pressure in Cochran's face and forced him to make a mistake.
Could that be the turning point of the game here, as St. Louis is only down 6, so a touchdown does get them the lead if they convert the extra point, of course. 1st and 10, Christian Brown, pressure coming, throws off his back foot, he connects! The rookie, what a throw!
Oh, that was a playground pass there. He was on the run and threw it sideways across the field, across his body, and it was incredibly accurate for a guy on the move like that.
Wow, Christian Brown connects with Eagle Mondavi. Don't try that at home, kids. This is why they're in the SFL. Bunch set to the bottom of the formation is Christian Brown under center. He stumbles, able to regain his composure and fires it out wide. And that's going to be a gain of 4, and that's going to be Paul Dilivo with the reception.
Yeah, tonight it's not so much the Sunshine State. It's the slippery bog.
Man, the Turf Monster trying to play a factor in this one, and it seems like he makes his presence known when the team decides to get inside the red zone. As Christian Brown will fire it, as he was stumbling coming out of his break, Martinez with the reception, but he's going to get close to the first down. It's going to be 1st and goal, actually, from their 4.
Yeah, that was a curious spot. I thought he was just short.
So now the Florida defense having to be their backs against the wall here, per se. The first time this has happened to them in the game so far, but it's 6-0. Storm on top of the Gladiators, but the Gladiators looking to put some points on the board here to close out the first half. 36 seconds left. Firing it to Cherry out of the backfield. Gonna power his way to the one, and I know Charles, he was up here. He's loving it.
That's some power right there. Looked like they had him dead to rights, but he was able to squeak out at least another yard and a half with his power. Almost got it in the end zone, Jeff.
32 seconds left to go as he was able to get out of bounds, they say. So saves the timeouts for St. Louis as the rookie Christian Brown leading the Gladiators on a very impressive drive. 1 yard left to go, but he's going to be sacked and dropped at their own 4.
Oh, mercy me. You're rolling the dice when you're trying to do a pass play that's not a quick pass when you're going up against that defense. They're not going to give you much time. If you sit back there and try and go through 3 or 4 progressions, you're going to get nailed.
In that sack, I said they were knocked back to their own 4. That would be a long sack by Christian Brown, but it's only to the Florida 4. And dropping it, throwing it into the end zone, and it's complete. That was a risky throw from Christian Brown, looking for Phil Koss, the tight end, and there was quadruple, probably even 5 defenders for the Storm in the vicinity.
Let's see this on the replay. It looked like Koss maybe touched it, had a shot at it, but the defense of Florida was all over that.
Ryan Tobin, who is he knows how to get interceptions along with Andrew Francis, but there he just decides to go for the deflection as Tobin will get credited with that. And now, because of 4th down, they're going to have to settle for an Amy Shilizzi field goal.
Well, hey, it's 3 points, but you got to take your hat off and give some props to the Florida defense, man. They dug in there when they needed to.
Yeah, it was 1st and goal from the 1. Yeah, snap is down. Kick is on the way from Shilizzi. It is through the uprights. A chip shot field goal for her as it's a 20-yard field goal, and it's a 3-point game now, 6-3. St. Louis finally getting on the board.
It was impressive drive for St. Louis up until they got to that goal line, and Florida just dug in there. I mean, I think they might have, if they had another shot at it, they might have tried running it at least another time or 2.
7-play, 28-yard drive for the St. Louis Gladiators, resulting in a Amy Shilizzi field goal. As the punt is away, it's going to be brought out from the end zone by Jeff Como to the 24. So with 18 seconds left to go, Charles, are you of the mindset of taking this one into the halftime, or do you want to see some more deep throws?
So here's what I'm going to say, Jeff, and every time I say that, they do the opposite. I would run the clock out.
So that means that Ryan Cochran's going to sling this ball and try to get some points to close it out. I was kind of surprised. I thought you would say take some shots, because the opposite, they would run it. And hey, look, you were right. And it's going to be J.W. Doyle with his first carry on the afternoon, and it's going to be a pickup of 3 on the play before he is going to be brought down by Nicholas Warner.
I'm right, Jeff. Maybe the clouds will part and we'll see some sunshine in the second half.
Not so fast, my friends. As we got rain in the forecast for the next couple hours, so if you don't like rain, I don't know what to say about that. But here we come into halftime. It is 6-3. It's been a defensive battle, to say the least, and maybe you could blame that more points should have been on the board, but courtesy of the rain and having the wet conditions taking points off the board. But 6-3 nonetheless. But Charles, as we come into break, give the viewers watching on Twitch a little bit of what you saw in that first half of play.
I'm given the weather conditions like you stated, I'm a little surprised that we've seen as many passes as we have. I mean, we've got 20 attempts for Christian Brown on the St. Louis side and 21 for Ron Cochran, and then 7 running attempts for St. Louis compared to 9 for Florida. And this is the type of weather where you got to rely on the guys that carry the ball and those big hog mollies up front to do their job and block. But if you keep passing in weather like that, I think, especially here in the second half, as the players start getting tired, we might see even more turnovers and mistakes.
You were talking about coming in, your wish list was attempts for Kyra Martinez And Bill Cherry, I mean, as well was thrown into that, but only 4 carries for Kyra Martinez, 3 for Bill Cherry. For your wish list, is it still that the Gladiators need to throw it more? I mean, already Christian Brown up to 20 attempts, so outside of maybe possibly this game getting out of hand, he might be looking at that 40 attempt-wise that you were calling for.
Yeah, I mean, Christian Brown he's not looking like a rookie at all today. I mean, he's got a lot of composure in the pocket, and he's at like 75% completion rate, so he's not doing a bad job. But I think you're rolling the dice if you try and keep that same type of pass to run ratio in the second half. I mean, granted, they're only down by 3, so I don't think they're in a position where they need to keep slinging it.
So going on next level sports, you got Vancouver up 31-10 over Jacksonville. That score is in the top left-hand corner of the screen over on twitch.tv. So feel free to tune into that one as well, as that one's seemingly Vancouver's just rolling in that one. But all right, so over here at the eye, it's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. What halftime adjustments would you like to see from Florida?
Well, I mean, I think they've been playing a really solid defense. They've held them to a field goal. They've bent a little bit, but as the St. Louis Gladiators get closer to the goal line, the Florida defense just hits a higher gear and keeps them out of the end zone. So they're playing great so far. I don't think they should change a thing.
Flip back out of shotgun for Ron Cochran, delivers it to Bileski, but he's going to only pick up 1 on the play before Nicholas Warner adds to another impressive night as he's got his 5th tackle. And so just like that, I do want to give a shout out to the stats truck for us. It's Tom Rahman and Rochelle Colston doing it today in these conditions here. So appreciate the hard work that they're doing. As we are coming to you live from the Eye in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, I'm Jeff Melanishin, and my broadcast partner is Charles Doherty. 2nd and 9 for Ron Cochran, going to deliver this one out, but that one could have been intercepted, but he connects on the left side, and that's going to be a pickup of 5 for the receiver, Stephen Bush.
That was a pinpoint throw by Ron Cochran to the wide receiver Bush. I mean, literally was a fingernail from at least a batted ball.
So now 3rd and 5. 5 of 9 are the Storm on 3rd down so far in the game. From their own 25, Cochran dropping back, looking over the middle. Pass is caught by J.W. Doyle, and that's going to be up to the 38-yard line and a 1st down completion for Ron Cochran.
Haven't heard J.W. Doyle's name that much today. I mean, that was his 1st target from a pass standpoint, and he might have only ran it once. So hopefully they get him a little bit more engaged in the game because he's shown he can move the ball downfield.
So at their own 38. I also
wanted to get a touchdown today. So
you also what?
I also wanted to get a touchdown today.
Why not? To give everybody touchdowns today. Handoff up the middle to the left side, and that's going to be Bileski on the carry, but it's going to be no gain on the play. The defense, once again, for the Gladiators, coming up big on these running plays, but they're going to have to keep doing it as Gronick comes in with the stop.
I think both defenses are really clamping down on the run, but again, it just scares me every time they pass here in this rain. It's just waiting for a mistake.
Bileski out of the backfield as he tries to press the spin button, but it cannot work for him, and that one's going to be a stop on the play, and the Gladiators coming up big here. Only a gain of 2 on the play, so 3rd and 8 upcoming for the Gladiators to get a stop here.
Let's see if they send a safety into Cochran's face to try and throw him off. Can't settle back in coverage because he's going to kill you.
Cochran is going to be under center, empty set. So 5 receivers going out wide. Looking across the middle, it is caught for a 1st down. And that's going to be Jeff Como with the reception, as it looked like he was waiting for Como to come across the middle and get open after his break on his route. And Cochran, the veteran, delivering a missile.
Yeah, a missile that's extremely accurate. A cruise missile, more like. I mean, it got in there in a very small window.
Cruise missile. I like the sound of that. Handoff up the middle to Bileski yet again, and he's going to pick up 6 on the play, and it's going to set up a 2nd and 4.
Yeah, St. Louis is going to have to flex again. I mean, they've shown it in the first half that when things start, looks like they're turning to the Florida side. They've were able to make a mistake, get an interception, cause the end of a drive. Let's see what they can do here.
Cochran under center, Biliski in the backfield, offset, handoff, Biliski, but that's gonna be blown up, and for a loss of 1 on the play, and the defense for the Gladiators coming up big. Yet again, it seems like they can't keep taking plays off. It's Mark Gronick with the stop there, so he's coming up big here this afternoon. That's already his 7th tackle.
Yeah, big stop by Gronick, but also props to Barbatov, the defensive tackle, for blowing up the center right at the snap.
Bunch to the bottom of the formation for Cochran, and that was going to be deflected. I thought that was going to be intercepted, but good play, good coverage from the Gladiators, and just like that, they get the stop that they need and to get the ball back.
Yeah, huge stop. Then St. Louis did what we asked of them. They flexed their muscles when they needed to, and now they need to get some points on the board when they get the ball back.
All right, so that was the first drive for Florida, and it ends abruptly with a punt from Marcus Agrippa. This is only his second punt of the game, as he will get that and he'll punt that one away. His first punt pinned St. Louis inside the 5, and he's going to do the exact same thing again at the 5. So I have a thing for contracted punters, and this is just showing why.
Yeah, that's just amazing accuracy there.
That's easy. That's too easy for Marcus Agrippa.
Yeah.
All right, so
has to get some breathing room here.
From their own 5, 1st and 10 for the rookie Christian Brown under center, Cherry and Martinez in the backfield, but they're going to start with a tight end with a fullback run up the middle. As Tamalo with the stop on Bill Cherry, who gets only no gain on the play. So what changes or what halftime adjustments do you want to see from St. Louis here on their first drive?
Well, as I stated at the top of the game, I mean, at least maybe start throwing the ball to Martinez. Just get the ball in his hands short and let him run with it. I think that's a conservative thing, but I think he's shown the ability to get some good gains. And what you don't want to do is test the secondary on any deep routes, because they've been pretty fortunate the first half, but I don't think they'll be as fortunate here in the second half.
Short pickup on the play, so it's going to be 3rd and 6. St. Louis has only converted 1 3rd down conversion on the afternoon. They are 1 of 7. Christian Brown, 5-step drop, looking deep, got a wide open receiver. It is called one-handed grab, breaking out of a tackle to the 40, to the 30, being chased, breaking tackle. He's going to the house.
That's play of the offensive play of the week category right there. Unbelievable. Just take what I said and just throw it out the window. They went with the deep pass to the tight end. Second time they did that route on Florida, and they didn't have anything available to stop them. And on this play, they didn't again, and they were burned for a touchdown.
It was Ryan Davidson who was burned again by the tight end. He was diving for something, trying to come up or make it look like to Max Paul that he was actually trying to get a tackle, but he was just burned deep. And then he broke out of a tackle of Ryan Tobin, and he shows his might and muscle. Wow, that one got me. I'm pumped. I'm pumped now. Charles, I think we're both ready to go down there and start putting on a helmet, but I think they might put us in our place real quick.
You go first, Jeff.
All right, let's do it. All right, as that one is Amy Shalizzi gets the extra point through, so 10-6. And just like that, one play, and just one big touchdown play, I should say, is all they really needed to get into the game. And this is the first lead that St. Louis has gotten in the game as a 3-play, but it was the 91-yard touchdown reception by Phil Koss that ended up doing the damage.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, obviously, with Koss, but the way Christian Brown, the rookie, is slinging the ball around today.
Tanner, the defensive end for St. Louis, says Koss with a completely unnecessary one-handed catch. So 1st and 10, ball at their own 20. Now St. Louis with the first lead for the first time in the game, so we'll have to see how Florida reacts to being down 4. And they're going to start with a shotgun snap to Ron Cochran, who gets the snap. He's going to throw it out to the left. Pass is caught, turning upfield, and that's going to get him to the 34-yard line, and a good catch there by Stephen Bush.
Yeah, well, that's how they respond, Jeff. I mean, you've got a team full of veterans on both sides of the ball for Florida. You can't go to sleep on them. You got to put your foot on the head of the snake, and you know the rest.
I think everybody knows the rest. 10-6, the Gladiators on top for the first time in the game. And a good first play for Ron Cochran for being down as he connects with Stephen Bush. Play action. The lefty will fire it to the right, but it's incomplete.
And that's a rare inaccurate pass by Cochran. And we see both teams do. It looks like both teams have some play action in their playbook, and so far it's been working for both sides.
So now second down. We'll see what's in store for Max Paul on the offensive side. It's going to be Cochran under center as Bush and Como are up to the left side. Going to be a handoff to Belitsky, but he's going to be hit and dropped, and they're going to say loss of 1 on the play. And that's a big stop there for the St. Louis Gladiators.
Yeah, big stop by St. Louis. That outside was well covered. And there's a big play for them. They need to get the ball back and keep the momentum going.
So now 3rd and 11. Cochran under center, bunch set to the bottom of the formation for him. 1 receiver to the top. Belitsky offset in the backfield. Cochran, short drop, looking across the middle, batted up in the air and knocked incomplete. Was looking for Jeff Como again, coming across the middle on the slant route. But it's almost like fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And St. Louis able to get the stop there and force a punt for.
Jared Winkler, great defense for the free safety on St. Louis. He was blanketing the wide receiver. There wasn't a chance of the wide receiver catching that ball.
And now, Charles, we get to see Marcus Agrippa and how he can change field position with just one kick, as this one is away. And I'm just anticipating where it's going to land. It's going to be inside the 20, and they're lucky to bring it out to the 22. Keep up with the SFL and its teams on social media at Simulationfl. Follow us on Twitter for weekly broadcast schedules, to discover team content, and to stay up to date on SFL news. Let us know who your favorite team is or how you enjoy the broadcast each week with the hashtag Make an Impact. Thanks for your support and viewership throughout the season. 1st and 10 from their own 22, Christian Brown under center. Bill Cherry and Cairo Martinez in the backfield. Handoff to Cherry, and he is going to be stopped for no gain on the play. Eric Hammer coming in from his linebacker's position.
I think from St. Louis standpoint, you got to be impressed with Christian Brown so far. His completion percentage is 76. I mean, that's just amazing, especially in this weather.
Oh yeah, especially with the rain coming down. Brown will look to Cairo Martinez, had Bill Cherry as well. Cherry was probably thinking it was going to him, but then Cairo Martinez saying, "Get out of my way." He gets the reception, and it's going to be 3rd and 4.
Yeah, Bill Cherry also had an opportunity to maybe block a couple people downfield, and not sure that was happening on that play.
Oh man, you're getting angry at the fullback? Come on now. You can't do that.
Tough love. It's tough love.
4-down defensive lineman for the Florida Storm. Handoff to Cairo Martinez. He's got enough for the first down, and then Ryan Tobin coming down to lay him out yet again.
Yeah, that's a statement run right there. I mean, you had a bunch of defenders there on the line, and it was just man on man. Whoever is tougher is going to win, and they just ran it past the defensive line and got the first down.
1st and 10. Going to be trips with the tight end going in formation after the snap. Going to be 5 wide, but down goes Christian Brown. And a sack on the play by big, sexy Alex Dominguez, who hits a home run out of the park.
The league leader in career in sacks and tackle for a loss. Last week he had a sack. This week he's got a sack. I mean, each sack, it just makes it impossible for anyone to catch him.
Yeah, now up to, he came in with 173. Good Lord. Now he's up to 174. Hand off to Cherry as Charles is giggling from ear to ear with that one, as get some nice yards as well. Big
That's what you
pickup
get
on
with
the
a
play
good
for Bill
fullback.
Cherry.
I mean, you get power, north to south runner. That it's not going to be shifty. You're not going to see many spins, but man, he's going to lay you in the dirt if you're not ready for him.
So it brings up a manageable 3rd and 6 opportunity for the Gladiators, looking to keep this drive alive, but the crowd here at the I coming to life, trying to get some momentum back on the side. Pressure up the middle. Down goes Christian Brown.
Yeah, the outside linebacker, Masonette, came blasting in there. They didn't expect him coming up there. I think that's a smart defensive play there. I think if St. Louis did some of that as well, I think they'd be getting the same type of results.
Wow, he came up the middle unblocked, and that is not a recipe for success if you're the offensive line for the St. Louis Gladiators. The SFL broadcast team is looking to add new talent to our ranks of broadcasters. Applications are being accepted now to try out for either play-by-play or analyst broadcasting positions. No prior experience is required, just a love for the game and a desire to succeed. The application can be found on our website at simulationfl.net/broadcasting. So 1st down and 10 for Ron Cochran, 2 receivers to the top of the formation, and Belitsky in the backfield. 4 down defensive lineman for St. Louis to counter. And it's going to be the defense for St. Louis getting in on Belitsky and getting a stop of 1 on the play.
Yeah, they're showing both sides are on the defense are showing it tough to run up against them. They're shutting down those gaps. I think they need to start loosening it up by maybe throwing in some swing passes here to keep that defensive line and those linebackers honest.
Igor Barbatov with the stop, but Belitsky will get positive yards on this one. It's going to be 3rd and 6 upcoming. And what a one that was for Charlie Belitsky.
Ron Cochran, I mean, he's thrown a couple interceptions today, but overall, he's thrown 30 times, and it's almost at 77% completion percentage. Again, we said that for Christian Brown on the other side. That's amazing in this type of weather.
3 receivers to the top. Trips for Ron Cochran. Play action, throwing it out, but it's almost going to be intercepted. Wow, Panani is going to wish he had that one back. He had that in his grasp, but it just falls incomplete. Maybe blaming that one on the weather.
Yeah, that was that didn't look like there was something off on that play from the snap. Florida, they're putting the ball back in St. Louis's hands, and eventually St. Louis is going to make them pay for it, make the margin even deeper.
Sector 6 is the official apparel provider of the Simulation Football League. Visit sector6apparel.com or our website at simulationfl.net for replica team jerseys, completely customized jackets, flags, t-shirts, and more that help each team stand out from their opponents. Get the gear the fans wear with Sector 6 in the SFL. That's sectorsixapparel.com for anybody wondering how the spelling was. Charles, don't say anything. I'm giving the people what they want. So 10-6 is the score. Yeah, what is it? I don't know. As dropping back is the rookie Brown, throwing it deep, and it's almost intercepted. The coverage was there, so good job from the Storm to actually get back, as they were looking for Guy Clausen, the tight end. He's trying to get some big plays going his way after taking a look at what Phil Koss was doing.
Yeah, great coverage by Evan Carroll. Again, eventually waiting for the opportunity for Florida to get an interception there. I mean, they're testing them enough down the field, and that veteran secondary, isn't one to let an opportunity pass.
2-by-2 set for Christian Brown. Kyra Martinez in the backfield, moving, and he's going to fire this one incomplete. Probably better that he didn't probably connect with anybody, because it could have been intercepted with the defense all over that one.
Yeah, defense, they were all over it at the line. It looked like the pocket was breaking down. Downfield, they had good coverage. I think the only option was on the swing pass, but didn't have a lot of time for that to develop. So
3rd and 10 upcoming for the Gladiators. don't want to punt this one away. This would be back-to-back punts, and it for them. Oh, it's going to be blown up in the backfield. Alex Dominguez yet again. Big, sexy. Gonna just put his body all over Christian Brown, and that's gonna be his second sack on the evening.
That is a large piece of beef right there, man. I shudder just imagining what it feels like, that guy throwing you in the turf and then landing on top of you.
I mean, it's a good thing that we don't have to ever worry about that. Visit the all-new SFL League website at www.simulationfl.net for more info on how to create a player to join our community, the league, and its teams that play in it. Oh, but we've come to the end of the third. I will get that read off after we come back. We are going into the fours. Put your fours up in chat. We'll be back right after this. You're watching the SFL on twitch.tv. Close. I guess we're 1 second short of the fourth quarter. So first down and 10 for Ron Cochran. Handoff to Belitsky as he gets out of a pile up and able to pick up 4 yards.
I think it'd be great if Florida take a page from St. Louis and maybe hand the ball off to Doyle so I can get my wish come true.
So that's the end of the third quarter with the score Gladiators on top 10-6, courtesy of Phil Koss. We're going to keep it right here as I'm Jeff Melnition, my broadcast partner, Charles Doherty. Want to give a shout out to the stats team of Tom Rahman and Rochelle Colston. And of course, Cameron Irvine over at SFL Productions, able to put this one on for everybody to enjoy over on twitch.tv. Cochran dropping back as the team switched sides for fourth quarter. Excuse me. I'm getting ahead of myself here, Charles. And that one's going to be incomplete as Cochran, he hasn't really been as steady as he was in the first half.
That was incredible awareness by Rodney Panani. His head was completely focused on the wide receiver, and he just turned around at the last millisecond to block that ball.
Third and 6 for Ron Cochran, dropping back on third down, throwing it deep in, almost. Wow, he had the receiver, Stephen Bush, out there.
Oh, that was 6. If it would have been thrown a little bit more, maybe more lead on the pass. Oh, it looked like it got tipped.
Drew really getting his hands on there, maybe coming up with a little bit of a deflection that Stephen Bush wasn't able to recover. And so just like that, the Florida Storm will punt this one away. And now I can read about the league website. Visit the all-new SFL League website at www.simulationfl.net for more info on how to create a player to join our community, the league, and the teams that play in it. Links to apparel, helmets, and comprehensive history of the SFL. It's over 1,400 games, and it's thousands of players who've hit the virtual field, the SFL. We put the fan in fantasy as the punt from Agrippa, actually bounces and goes into the end zone, so St. Louis breathing a sigh of relief.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and say it, Jeff, and they're going to do completely opposite. Ball control and time management. I think that's the key for St. Louis. Now they're going to throw it 80 yards.
I know people are probably watching ball control with 10 minutes left to go, but yep, you're calling for it. And it's going to be thrown out to Bill Cherry. Fullback Love. Got to love it. Pick up a 3 on the play as Hughes coming in with the stop.
You'd be surprised. Every little tick on that clock counts. I mean, we're only at 4 points here, but long sustained drive is really going to put the pressure on Florida.
2nd and 7 now for Christian Brown. 10-6 is the score still, courtesy of Phil Koss with his 91-yard touchdown reception. Throwing it out to Cairo Martinez, who's going to make the grab and going to be tackled on the play, and that's going to be 3rd and 4.
Yeah, Florida's got to dig their heels in here and stop them in their tracks.
Third and 4 opportunity now for Christian Brown and the offense for the Gladiators. Short drop, looking to Bill Cherry yet again. This is the same play that they ran on first down. But Hughes, yet again, he's going to read that one and get the stop on Bill Cherry.
The quarterback didn't do any favors for Cherry on that pass. If they would have let him a little bit, I think he could have got enough momentum going to maybe power in for the first down. But he had to make too much adjustment to get the ball, and gave enough time for the defense to adjust and close in.
Week 7 wraps up Sunday on For the Fans when Red Hot Fort Worth visits Red Hot Phoenix to face the Arizona Scorpions. Meanwhile, Baltimore visits Atlanta in a rematch of last season's thrilling 35-32 finish. Also in action, London hosts Sioux Falls, and Carolina visits the Corsairs up in upstate New York. Coverage starts at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. The SFL on For the Fans. Football season is only just the beginning. That's over on Next Level Sports coming up tomorrow. So 1st and 10 from their own 44. Ryan Cochran down 4 with 9:11 left to go. Still plenty of time left for the veteran quarterback to just etch more history into his record book.
Here we go.
Fire this one out. Pass is going to be caught. So a nice play there to J.W. Doyle, who makes the grab and a pickup of 8.
Yep, I mean, he's a veteran, and he can do it on both sides, on the receptions and running it. So smart play there by Florida.
2nd and 2 now for Ron Cochran, and they're gonna stay in the same formation, but Belitsky in the backfield this time. 2 receivers to the top of the formation. Handoff to Belitsky, but he breaks out of 2 tackles. Wow, what a run for Belitsky, able to pick up the first down. And that's exactly what you want to see if you're Max Paul and the rest of the Florida Storm.
That could have even been more. Looks like the 2 lead blockers maybe got a little ahead of themselves and went too far out on the block and didn't let the play develop. But it was enough to get them a first down, though.
1st and 10 now for Ron Cochran. Drop it back from shotgun. Going to deliver a pass out to the right-hand side. That's going to be caught. Gain of 7 on the play as out wide E.J. Minson.
And now it's time for St. Louis to flex their muscles again. It seems like the Florida offensive engine is starting to fire up here.
2nd and 3 now for Ron Cochran under center. Belitsky in the backfield. 4 down defensive lineman to counteract. As it's a run up the middle, Belitsky will get enough for the first down and keeping the drive alive. They are doing it very methodically on this drive.
Yeah, they haven't run the ball that much tonight, but when they have, it's been pretty effective. Their blocking is normally pretty solid.
Now down to the St. Louis 30. Handoff to J.W. Doyle. Look at that power as he picks up 6.
Is it just me, or does he look like a giant out there? Maybe because Belitsky's Belitsky's 6 foot tall, and J.W.'s got 2 inches on him. But man,
they're just it's just like those books that you would look at when I was a kid, and it would be like those images that you would have to find, and it plays games with your eyes. That's exactly what Belitsky and J.W. Doyle are doing to you, Charles. Ooh. Throwing it out wide. That one was almost intercepted and going back the other way, and that would have been a pick 6 probably. But it falls into the arms, and that's going to be a first down by the tight end, Zarkov.
Yeah, that was a great, accurate pass by Cochran to the tight end. Man, St. Louis, man, pressure's on. It's got to stop him here.
1st and 10 inside the SFL red zone. Bunch set to the bottom of the formation for Ryan Cochran. Dropping back. Pocket was clean. Throwing it over the middle. Pass is caught into the end zone. What a play that was. And boy, what an answer as J.W. Doyle. There you are, Charles. You were calling for it. And he gets into the end zone.
That's his first touchdown of the season. He caught on that slant route. Perfect pass by Cochran, and overall, what a great drive by Florida to put points on the board and retake the lead.
So a good answer drive when they needed it for the Florida Storm. A 7-play, 54-yard drive resulting in the 13-yard touchdown pass to J.W. Doyle, coming out of the backfield and doing his magic once he got the ball in his hands. As Snead will tack on the extra point, and now it's a 3-point game with the Storm on top, 13-10.
Again, that drive was near perfect. It didn't look like they had much pressure at all on Cochran, and he made him pay. He just carved up the field. Not a lot of deep routes. Just it relied on some good blocking for their running and spread the ball around. And now they're up by 3.
As that drive stopped the bleeding of 6 straight punts by both teams, as this one is away from Ethan Snead. It's going to be fielded 1 yard in the end zone and brought out to the 21-yard line. Meanwhile, next week, because we can focus on next week as well, on Next Level Sports, Week 8 begins next Saturday with 2 division leaders. With Los Angeles and Baltimore are in action. The Lycans face the Atlanta Swarm. Then the Vultures host rival Carolina in the Battle of the Birds. Bonus coverage also includes Fort Worth hosting Vegas and St. Louis and Mexico City. Coverage starts at 4:30 Eastern time, and that one's going to be blown up in the backfield and not a chance for Kyra Martinez.
Yeah, we're approaching the time in the game where you're going to need to mix it around a little bit more, and the running options become less and less.
Second and 12 with 6:07 left to go. Hand off to Martinez, and he's been bottled up all night. He gets it. It's going to be set up 3rd and 8 as Tony Anderson has a broken kneecap, and he's going to be out, but he will be back next week for the Gladiators to use in whatever they want to use him in.
Yeah, big 3rd down for St. Louis.
3rd and 8 from their own 24. 3 of 12 on 3rd downs. Trying to make it 4. They do. They convert.
Wow.
What a big play to Phil Koss.
Yeah, Christian Brown is impressing the heck out of me tonight. I mean, the line was starting to break down a little bit, and he just stood in there and just threw a laser down the middle.
What a throw across the middle, and Christian Brown has found probably his X factor for the rest of the game. Phil Koss having a big game as he's up to 141 yards in 3 receptions. 1st down and 10 from their own 38. Christian Brown under center. Handoff. Martinez up the middle, but again, bottled up. Luckily to only get 1 as Eric Hammer in on the stop.
Yeah, only a yard there, but I think the more they do that, it's gonna put the pressure on Christian Brown to throw it, and we don't want to have a secondary of Florida expecting that.
And off to Bill Cherry. He takes a pop on that play. Good gracious.
Yeah, that was quite a hit.
Deontay White, the defensive tackle, taking out his frustrations.
Yeah, another big 3rd down for St. Louis, but again, we've got the rookie quarterback out there that's playing like a 10-year vet, so can't wait to see what he does.
3rd and 10. Defense and the linebacker is shifting for the Storm. Throwing it across the middle. Oh, clear. That was close, and it falls incomplete. So the Storm get the stop.
Yep, big stop, and they got the momentum back here, and now with 4 minutes left, it's they're in the driver's seat.
37-24. Vancouver on top of Jacksonville. Going over on Next Level Sports. Here it's 13-10. The Storm regaining the lead, courtesy of J.W. Doyle receiving touchdown. Just one drive ago, and this one's going to be punted, and it's going to be caught at the 25 and brought up to the 28. So we will see what Ron Cochran and the offense has in store with 4:08 left to go, and it's getting close to the time where St. Louis needs to start thinking of some stops and getting more aggressive on offense.
So the question, Jeff, is: are the St. Louis uniforms, are they normally white?
They are, but when you're playing in mud,
yep,
they tend to get a little dirty. First down and 10. Ron Cochran, split back shotgun formation, takes the snap, looking across the middle, and that one is caught. Somehow, some way, Ron Cochran finds his intended target. Oh, and we have another injury on the field as Colin Douglas.
Ouch, that's going to hurt. That is going to hurt.
Yeah, that Colin Douglas just got injured, and boy, what a loss that would be. It looked like he was just going in to wrestle the E.J. Minson down and just
led with his head
down. Any information that we get, we'll pass on to the viewers. So a big loss, and having to come in is Nicholas Warner having to take over his spot. First and 10 from their own 46. Handoff to J.W. Doyle. Trucking over bodies. He is loose. Someone cool this man off because he has scored back-to-back touchdowns.
That one matches the 91 cost touchdown. I mean, that was power. Love it when tight ends and fullbacks make the score. And man, great blocking up front. Just bulldozed through there. Showed a little bit of nifty moves there, and just hit it in extra gear and took it into the end zone.
So J.W. Doyle does it with the receiving, and now he trucks his way all the way to the end zone, and that extends the lead for the Storm. And the way that the St. Louis offense has been playing, where it's been just the big play to Phil Koss for 91 yards, this offense is going to have to get going here with 3:55 left to go.
And now there's a battle on who the player of the game so far is. Is it Ethan Snead or Doyle?
I think the way this game has gone, it's going to be J.W. Doyle, depending on what happens the rest of the game, because the amount of fireworks that we've seen in this game so far, we still got 3:55 left to go. As Agrippa will kick this, Snead will kick this one away. 2 yards deep in the end zone and brought out to the 23-yard line.
This is now we're looking at some deep passes downfield, and this is exactly what Florida is looking for. I mean, they're going to be primed and ready for this. So don't try not to be too predictable, St. Louis. Try and mix it up between the medium and the deep routes.
This is where Ryan Tobin and Andrew Francis and the rest of the secondary start licking their chops, because they know that you got to start throwing the football on them. So first down and 10 for Brown, who's going to drop back 5 steps. He's going to sling it out wide. That one batted up in the air and falls incomplete. As Ryan Tobin getting out there in coverage as he gets the PD on his name.
Yeah, 3 minutes and 40 seconds isn't a lot of time, so got to have a sense of urgency here. You might want to consider getting a good play out there and going hurry up just to catch them off guard, because they haven't tried it all game.
20-10, Florida on top of St. Louis. St. Louis was leading in this game coming into the fourth quarter. It was 10-6. And then before you know it, 2 touchdowns for Florida. Now it's a 10-point game, courtesy of J.W. Doyle.
Yeah, he took over the fourth quarter.
So second and 10 for Christian Brown, dropping back, pump fakes and firing it underneath to Martinez, who steps out of bounds, and a loss of 3 on the play.
Yeah, the defensive line of Florida was in Christian Brown's face, and he was actually getting hit as he threw that ball. So that's a big reason why they lost a couple on that.
4-14 on third down for the Gladiators. Defense for Florida looks like they're going to bring some pressure. They will bring one up the middle and having to chuck it to Martinez as Brown being pushed from the original drop back.
I would categorize that as maybe a flick.
Well, he flicked it to Bill Cherry, and Bill Cherry got a loss of 1 on the play, and now they're going to go for it on 4th and 14 with 3:18 left to go. They're going to set up in the I formation. Questionable call here, but if it works, it works. It does, because what do I know about play calling? And it's going to be first.
I know, I feel, my friend.
Now up to the 46-yard line, under 3 minutes to go. They're going to hurry it up. Throw to Martinez out of the backfield, tries to do a spin move, but he's going to be pushed down for a gain of 1.
Yeah, that is definitely, to your point, that is an interesting formation to run a hurry up out of.
Ooh, they could have got the play call off and would have been a marker for offsides, but they let the defender get back. They throw it out wide to Martinez, but that's going to go out of bounds. And so 3rd and 9 upcoming.
The best news about that is they get an opportunity to bring a new formation in, new set of plays, because getting stuck in that one was not a good situation for St. Louis.
3rd and 9. 4 down, defensive lineman for the Florida Storm. From their own 46, Martinez dropping back. The rookie taking a shot deep. It's going to be intercepted. And that might do it, folks, as the interception on the play. And that's going to be a big-time get. Evan Carroll. Man, he knows how to pick off the ball as well. You got the whole secondary for the Florida Storm is almost like pick your poison. And Evan Carroll gets his hands around the ball and just like that, taking away what could have been maybe a touchdown drive for St. Louis, and the ball right back to Ron Cochran.
He leads the team in interceptions with 5.
Throwing it out, pass is going to be, a run to Belitsky, and that's going to be no gain on the play.
Now's the point. You gotta force the turnover, and it goes without saying. But the number of the probability of them catching up here is pretty slim right now, unless something dramatic happens.
Approaching the 2-minute warning, 5 seconds left. We'll have to see if Ron Cochran decides to get a play call off. He doesn't have to, and he won't. And that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. We got the final 2 minutes of the 4th quarter coming right back after this short break from the Eye in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. You're watching the SFL on twitch.tv. Charles Doherty, I'm Jeff Melanishin, coming to you live from the Eye in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Handoff up the middle to J.W. Doyle, and he'll pick up 4 yards on the play, setting up 3rd and 6 as St. Louis takes one of their 3 timeouts, and they got 2 remaining.
Yeah, I mean, Ron Cochran he's been in this situation a million times. So if any team it's okay passing in this situation, it's going to be Florida and Ron Cochran.
So a final on Next Level Sports. Vancouver holds on 37-24 in Jacksonville. Play action for Ron Cochran. He's going to wind up, take a shot deep. He's got a receiver. Pass is caught, breaking out of a tackle. E.J. Minson is loose, and he gets into the end zone.
There's a penalty, too. It looks like that's on the defense. But, man, St. Louis wasn't expecting a bomb on that one, and they got caught with their, looking the other way, I guess.
When it rains, it pours, and it has poured here all game long. But in terms of the defense for St. Louis, the Florida Storm have poured on 21 unanswered points.
Well, that's the luxury of having a veteran multi-championship quarterback in the backfield. I mean, you can roll the dice like that and feel comfortable.
So a minute 49 left to go, and Ethan Sneed's going to set up for the field goal, or for the extra point, excuse me, getting ahead of myself. 26-10, looking to make it 27. And what a game what an offense performance have we seen here in the 4th quarter alone from Florida. It's almost like where was this in the first half of play? But remember, it was all defensive, and then all of a sudden the 4th quarter hit, and boom, Florida, they just went on a run, and now 21 unanswered points.
Yeah, that's incredible. Yeah, it doesn't it's a total, that 4th quarter was a totally different game. I mean, the first 3, like you said, was a battle defensively, and it was really close. But, if you're going up in a fight with Florida, you got to go all the rounds, because they'll eventually catch you napping.
One of the more veteran in terms of just how long they've been with their team and how many seasons they have been in the league. It's probably one of the more veteran-laden teams that we have. And Florida now up 27-10, and now for St. Louis, it's just getting right for next week. And just want to welcome everybody in. We're over on Next Level Sports, as you just saw Vancouver 37-24 get the victory over Jacksonville. It is 27-10 here from the eye, as getting the pressure and getting the sack, as Alex Dominguez adding to an impressive stat line already. That's his third sack, and still got plenty of time left, as Christian Brown throwing it out to Cairo Martinez, and he's going to be hit and dropped on the play. And the timeout, their second, so they got one left upcoming for the Gladiators.
Yeah, it's third down and a mile here with under 2 minutes to go. Not, they're going to have to sling it down the field, but this is setting a perfect stage here for the secondary of Florida again to swarm to the ball and get another interception.
1:29 left to go in the fourth quarter. I'm Jeff Melanishin. Broadcast partner for tonight is Charles Doherty, stats team of Tom Rahman and Rochelle Colston, as Cairo Martinez with the carry. He's got one man to beat to the 40 and brought down from behind at the 38.
Wow, I thought he was going to take it to the house. That was a great tackle there. Touchdown saving tackle. They needed that little spark, but again, the clock is not their friend.
So the 12th carry for Cairo Martinez and his longest run of the evening. As we started in the afternoon, but the rain started to pour, and now we're into the evening here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. 27-10, courtesy of 21 unanswered points for the Storm. A receiving touchdown and rushing touchdown by J.W. Doyle, and then a long 67-yard completion to E.J. Minson to put the nail in the coffin. So 1st and 10. Brown will fire it to Martinez out of the backfield, and he's going to be hit and dropped for a no gain on the play.
Yeah, the halfback swing passes aren't going to cut it at this point.
2nd and 10. 3 down defensive lineman. Brown throwing it across, but it's going to be batted up in the air and intercepted on the deflection.
Man, that's a tough area to throw. Looks like they had most of their defenders there in the center, and it was a nice tip drill, and made St. Louis pay for it. That's the second interception now for Christian Brown, who's been playing not necessarily lights out, but playing very well for a rookie the first 3 quarters. It's unfortunate that they had to get those 2 interceptions here in the fourth.
Maybe Lurkin with the interception. And now it's going to be the victory formation, the best formation if you're the winning team, as Ryan Cochran takes a knee with 56 seconds left to go.
Wow, I mean, again, the score 27-10 is not indicative of the way St. Louis played all game. It wasn't consistent in the fourth quarter. They played three quarters, toe-to-toe with Florida. But again, you're going up against a veteran team like that. You gotta keep being consistent late in the game.
Meanwhile, Florida will take on the DC Dragons next week. And then for St. Louis, both teams are going to actually be on the road, but St. Louis has to travel to Mexico City to take on the Aztecs, as another kneel down with 15 seconds to go.
Yeah, I'm also amazed at the number of throws on both sides. And we got 38 attempts for Brown on St. Louis and 39 for Cochran in this crazy weather.
Well, St. Louis has handed their first loss on the road this season. They were coming in 3-0, but the Storm put a kibosh to that. And then, meanwhile, the Florida Storm, they win their 5th home game of the season. They are 5-0 at the eye. All right. So, Charles, just give the viewers watching just a little bit of what you saw throughout this game. Very defensive in the first half, but then the second half, especially in the fourth quarter, it was all Florida Storm.
Yeah, tight game for 3 quarters, but it started with J.W. Doyle, the fullback of Florida. He really caught fire in the fourth quarter, and the entire Florida defense and offense used that to just pile the points on. 21 unanswered points in the fourth quarter, and St. Louis didn't have anything to in any way to answer to that. There were a couple injuries on the St. Louis side in their secondary that proved troublesome in the second half. But again, you got to give credit to the Florida offense, and specifically you got to give credit to fullback J.W. Doyle for really igniting them and getting 14 points on his own.
And then all of a sudden the turnovers just started to collapse the Gladiators' attempt to steal a victory again on the road. And you have to really give credit to Florida. They withstood the pressure that St. Louis was giving to them, but also St. Louis, it can also be just missed opportunities with all those punts that between when they scored that touchdown to Phil Koss and then just the rest of the game. They just couldn't do anything after that.
Yeah, I mean, the first half they had 3 sacks on, first 3 quarters they had 3 sacks on Cochran and 2 interceptions. But you got to keep your foot on the accelerator, especially against the likes of Ron Cochran and the rest of the vets on Florida. And it's unfortunate, but Florida made them pay in the fourth quarter.
As you take a look at the highlights on your screen, this is going to be the Cairo Martinez long run that he had late in the fourth quarter. But going into next week, you got Florida going to DC, and you got St. Louis going to Mexico City. So out of that, I have to say that the St. Louis moving to 5-2, having to take on 4-2 Mexico City, that could be a big test for them yet again, as J.W. Doyle is your player of the game. So on behalf of my analysts, Charles Doherty, Ray Colston, and Tom Rahman on stats, and executive producer Cameron Irvine, I'm Jeff Melanishin, and this has been a presentation of the Simulation Football League. With the final score yet again, it's the Florida Storm on top of the St. Louis Gladiators. After this commercial break, we'll send it back to SFL Studios for analysis and what's next after these messages. Stay tuned.